Opay. I swear Opay.
They say revenge is best served cold, but some women just can't wait.
Look at me.
What makes a party girl want blood?
Someone was going to pay for what they did to her.
How childhood trauma twists a mother into a monster.
It's a recipe for murder.
And why acts of kindness are repaid with cruelty.
Fury changed into a murderous rage.
When these deadly women feel they've been wronged, they want one thing: payback.
Hey, what about me?
Ladies prefer douchebags.
On the streets of Waukegan, Illinois, 21-year-old Nadia Palacios is still acting like a wild child.
Nadia dropped out of school, took up with a bad group of kids, and started smoking dope regularly.
Now she's graduated to getting high on harder drugs and dangerous pranks.
Yeah, baby.
She's driving in a car with some friends of hers in a residential area, and she fires off a shotgun.
Neighbors witness the shooting and call 911. Nadia is soon arrested.
She goes to the Waukegan Police Department.
You're in some real trouble, young lady.
We didn't hurt anyone. It was
She talks about what she thinks she's there for, which is this shooting off a shotgun in a residential area.
There's nothing funny about firing a gun in the street.
She felt, okay, I'm in trouble here.
Look, if you help me, I'll help you.
What can I do to get myself out of trouble?
Nadia wants to make a deal with the police, and she has a story to tell.
I know about a murder.
Let me tell you a little bit about what I know happened. Let me tell you a little bit about a murder that I heard about.
12 months earlier, in 2011, Nadia's home is a hub of drug activity, thanks to her boyfriend, 23-year-old Roberto Guzman.
Roberto Guzman was a large quantity drug dealer.
Customers come and go.
Roberto Guzman just would do anything for his business, which is selling drugs. But here's the problem. A known drug dealer in town is also a target.
July 2nd, 2011. Nadia and Roberto are hanging out in his SUV outside his house. Their lives are about to change forever.
Out! Get out of the car! 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 Get out! Get him out of the car!
And all of a sudden, 3 masked African Americans pull him out of the SUV. They hold him at gunpoint.
Tie her up! Tie her up! Where are the rims? I don't know. Where are the rims, Roberto?
The armed men know Roberto has cash and drugs.
Be quiet. Tell me where they are.
These masked men, they want to know what? Where the money and where the drugs are.
Tell me where it is. No.
They're saying, tell us, or you know what? You're gonna enter hell.
Into the house. Get out.
Roberto refuses to talk. The men know how to break him.
This is where the real nasty stuff takes place.
Where are they? Huh? Tell me right there. Don't move. Tell me. No.
One of these individuals took down her pants, took down her underwear, and penetrated her vagina with a butter knife.
Roberto, we don't play here. We don't play games here, Roberto. Hey, she has nothing to do with it.
She's being sexually assaulted while her boyfriend Roberto was made to watch.
We could call it something else here. For Nadia, at least. Hell.
I don't know what you're talking about.
One can only imagine what that did to Nadia.
I know you want Roberto. Tell us. Hey, she's got nothing to do with it! Whoa. I'll take it on money.
Roberto gives in to their demands, and Nadia is released.
Your lucky day.
One of them was holding me against the wall, and
She goes straight to the police to report the sexual assault.
Anyone who is put through that trauma would be distraught, devastated from what happened to her.
and then the other one grabbed a knife.
They did all they could to investigate a very serious sexual assault of Nadia Palacios.
I'd like you to go with the nurse. Just take a few tests.
They took it very seriously. How can we solve this crime?
But within 24 hours, Nadia stops cooperating with the police.
She quit returning their phone calls. They apparently weren't going fast enough for Nadia Palacios.
Nadia's not interested in the justice system. She wants revenge, street style.
If the police had solved it, they would have arrested people, and those people would have gone to jail and then prison, making it very difficult for Roberto and Nadia to get to them.
If they find the guy, he's gonna pay. So, how does Nadia finger him? Remember, he's wearing a mask. How can she be sure it's him?
Roberto thinks it's someone they know.
Hey, Roberto there?
Roberto Guzman believed that it may have been David Campbell.
27-year-old David is the only African-American to come to their house.
Dog called me baby girl.
She recognized him as possibly the perpetrator of the sexual assault by his voice,
And his smell, he smelled like dog.
by a scent that he had.
She had talked about the way the individual talked to her,
They are.
All right,
Yeah?
All right, baby girl.
Okay.
Baby girl,
Tell us.
you ready?
the way that he used the phrase baby girl.
Baby girl?
And there's one more clue that condemns David. He wears the same sneakers as the rapist.
And so that's kind of how they landed on David Campbell.
Roberto planted the seed that it might have been him that had raped her. That's all she needed to hear.
I got a job for you.
So Nadia and her boyfriend devise a plan out of Pulp Fiction, really.
In Waukegan, Illinois,
Called me baby girl.
Nadia Palacios has been sexually assaulted. She and her boyfriend, Roberto Guzman,
He's wearing the same sneakers as that guy, too.
think they know who the attacker is, and they want revenge. On July 5th, 2011, David Campbell is lured to an auto shop on the promise of a drug deal. He brings a friend with him.
They're just through here. Follow me.
Thanks, baby girl.
The two men are walking into a trap.
Nadia locked the door behind them and told them to go to the office inside the body shop.
Waiting inside are Roberto and Nadia's muscle, 23-year-old Eric Castillo and Jose Horta, 18. Nadia wants a full confession.
What are you doing?
You remember this girl?
Look at me.
What are you doing? What are you talking about, man?
I know it was you, okay?
Girl, I didn't do anything.
You recognize this girl?
And what is he saying? I'm not that guy. I did not rape her.
We know it was you, so just admit!
Oh, please. Roberto, man, I didn't do anything, man, please.
He's pleading with them. Please believe me. Please.
Eric Castillo takes a hammer from the table, hits him in the head with the hammer, and says, "Now do you remember?"
Do you remember now?
When he was unable to still answer, they decided to further the interrogation by placing plastic bags over his head.
Now it's not answers Nadia wants. It's payback.
She gets a blowtorch. A blowtorch. And she decides, I'm gonna torture him for what he did to me.
And she applies the blowtorch 3 times on one thigh, then at the base of his penis, the tip of his penis, and then down the other thigh 3 more times.
What in the world was in her heart and in her mind to make her do that to begin with?
For Nadia, justice is served. David dies of his injuries. They dump his body in a pond. It's discovered the next day.
I thought I was dreaming. I never in a million years would I have ever believed something like this would have happened to him.
David's sister, Michelle, had no idea her little brother was involved in the seedy drug world.
I'm a Christian, and I'm a very strong Christian, so he didn't bring that kind of information to me because he didn't want to hear my mouth.
A homicide investigation begins. But there is no murder scene or telltale forensics.
They have no leads. I mean, it appears to be one of these drug-related type of deaths.
The case remains unsolved for a year. Until Nadia shoots up a street and tries to do a deal with the police.
Go on.
Roberto told me about a murder.
Who's Roberto?
I told you, my ex-boyfriend.
She claims to have been told about David's murder, but the police think otherwise.
I think you know about the murder because you were there.
The police officers did catch her in a lot of lies, and they had to slowly peel back the truth of the story.
It wasn't just me. Roberto was there, and Jose and Eric.
She just blurted out. She just gave up everybody. She told them what happened, who it happened to. She just gave up everybody.
But Da deserved it.
Nadia doesn't see herself as a killer, but as an avenging angel.
She thought she had killed her rapist, and she wanted the police to know that she took care of business.
But Nadia is in for a big shock. She's murdered an innocent man.
Police say that there's no evidence whatsoever that he was involved in the rape of Nadia.
We know it was you, so just admit it!
They picked the wrong guy. To his last breath, he denied it and said it wasn't him, but they didn't listen and they killed him anyway.
Nadia's real rapist has never been identified. In 2014, her cohorts, Jose Horta, Eric Castillo, and Roberto Guzman, are convicted of first-degree murder.
They beat him and tortured him and put bags over his head and suffocated him, took his life for no reason whatsoever.
Nadia Palacios is found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to 40 years behind bars.
Nadia was just looking for someone to punish for what was done to her. There's absolutely no way she could tell for sure by a guy's sneakers, by the way he says baby girl, and by the way he smells. Are you gonna take someone's life based on those 3 things?
Nadia's pain clouded her judgment. She played judge and jury and sentenced the wrong man to death.
I've worked with a lot of rape victims. Not a single one of them ever verbalized wanting to torture their offender to death. But that's what Nadia did.
Some women project a tough facade.
She wanted the world to know that no one could mess with her.
For others, it's not a front.
She had so much pent-up rage.
And when the volcano blows,
it's a recipe for murder.
(1999), Mexico City. 40-year-old Juana Barraza is a single mom with her hands full.
Now we clean your shoes.
Having just one child as a single mother is difficult enough. She had 4.
Always unlucky in love, Juana's 4 children, aged 21 to 6, have multiple fathers.
She worked very hard to take care of her children and provide a stable environment for them.
Juana worked as a street vendor. She sold gelatin and socks, that kind of thing.
She was really struggling to provide something for her children. And if you really work hard, you can make something of yourself.
Madre, I'm going out.
No, but I need your help on the street.
Can I help you later?
But in the 1990s, the streets are more dangerous than usual. A serial killer is targeting women. Mexico City is gripped by fear.
They feared for their loved ones, they feared for grandma.
It was quite clear this person had a grudge against women of a certain age.
Dubbed La Mata Viejitas, the old lady killer, eludes police for years.
The police believed they were looking for a man, perhaps a man dressed as a woman, someone very big and strong that was killing these people.
Juana lives in the area where the killer strikes. But she's a strong woman.
She could do 220 pounds for 10 reps each. That's an enormous amount of weight for upper body for women.
I think as she became more physically fit and stronger, that made her feel more powerful, not just physically, but psychologically.
At night, the devoted mom disappears. Juana morphs into a star of the wrestling ring, known as the Silent Lady.
A conservative woman, not particularly feminine, but when she puts on this pink wrestling costume with the butterfly, it's kind of girly. And I think that appealed to her. And it was a chance to act out.
Ladies, we're gonna have a fair fight. Ready? Ready? Here we go. Uno, dos, tres.
Suddenly, she was somebody. And she knew that she could win. And she could make money for her family at the same time.
Her mask hides more than her identity. She has secrets.
She went to the dark side. She liked being the bad guy. She liked being the tough person. Because deep in her heart, she had a lot of anger.
In the late 1990s, Juana Barraza is one of Mexico's heroes, at least in the wrestling ring, where she's known as the Silent Lady. But her fans have no idea of her deep secret, her childhood.
Juana's mother was a very dysfunctional individual. She was a teenage alcoholic and a prostitute.
What do you feel like today?
You know.
Juana's childhood was fraught with abuse and severe neglect by her own mother.
What do I get out of it?
Those 3 beers?
Juana, come here.
When Juana is just 12 years old, her mother sells her to a man, not for money, but for 3 beers.
Her mother gave her away. I'd rather have the 3 beers than my daughter. It was permanent.
Turn around. Okay, go.
He became her abuser. She became his sex slave. And her mother put her in that position.
You're going with him. No! Yes, you are. Come on. You're old enough.
Peddled and abandoned, Juana's childhood slams shut.
You can imagine a person's self-esteem, how they would be totally destroyed as a human being.
For decades, Juana's rage bubbles inside.
Shut up!
Until she decides to get revenge. But there's one problem. Her mother is dead. So she starts taking her anger out on random mother figures.
She's just going to start killing her mother over and over again.
For Juana, it was all about being seen as a tough girl, a tough woman, which is the exact opposite of her childhood. She was weak and small and dominated and abused and neglected.
Juana never feared the old lady killer because she is La Mata Viejitas. Juana hides in plain sight. The police think the killer must be a powerful man because all the victims are strangled.
It's very difficult to strangle someone. For a person to do that, to commit that kind of a crime and use what was at hand, I don't think anyone could fault the police for immediately thinking it was a man.
No one suspects it could be a female wrestler.
It's a perfect storm. When you have someone trained in a ring to attack people, and you transfer that energy into rage, it's a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe for murder.
Even with the city on high alert,
I'm a community nurse working in the area. I was wondering if I could talk to you.
innocent-looking Juana is invited into homes.
She would pose as a nurse or as a welfare worker. She showed care and concern for them.
I'm visiting the elderly in the area.
She looked so conservative that there was no reason for anyone to suspect her.
For one, this was low-hanging fruit. These were easy targets.
She used some wrestling moves on the woman, and then she strangled her.
There are material rewards, but this is about something more. Payback.
Juana robbed all of her victims, but she didn't have to kill them. She did that because she liked it.
Her reign of terror only comes to an end on January 25th, 2005. Juana follows 82-year-old Ana Maria de los Reyes home from the market.
Juana asked her if she could come in and have a glass of water.
Turning your back on Juana is inviting disaster.
Juana, again, strangled her. She strangled her with a stethoscope.
Juana got two things out of her crimes. Number one, a few dollars. Number two, the thrill of killing a little old lady. She was punishing all those women for the sins of her mother.
But this time, Juana slips up.
Unfortunately for her, she chose her victim not realizing that there was a boarder living in the house. And the boarder came in at the last minute and saw her leaving.
So he ran after he started shouting for the police.
Juana is finally caught, just like one of her wrestling victims. With her secret now exposed, the silent lady is happy to talk.
She couldn't wait to tell the crowd that she was responsible, that she was the one who had been killing little old ladies. She was proud of it.
One of Mexico's most infamous serial killers is finally unmasked. In March 2008, Juana Barraza is convicted of 11 homicides. But how many old women she actually killed is still being debated.
Maybe you need some help. I don't know how I can help you. ¿Cómo ayudarías?
There's quite a variation in how many victims Juana actually did have. Anywhere from 10 to 16, and some even say up to 40, between the ages of 64 and 82.
I think she got away with a lot of murders that she was never held responsible for.
Juana is sentenced to 759 years in prison.
She'll never be released because no politician will ever want to be connected to the woman who was a serial killer and been released back into the population, no matter what age she is.
Juana still blames her abusive mother for her actions.
I think that was Juana's way of saying, look, I did a bad thing, but it's not all my fault. These other people have responsibility for it too.
Juana wore a mask that hid her true nature.
Which one was the real Juana? All of them.
Next, they say keep your friends close.
He was hell-bent on trying to improve their life.
And your enemies closer.
Anyone that got between these women was going to be in trouble.
But what if they're one and the same?
They turned on him viciously and violently.
When Australian truck driver, 52-year-old John Lillicrap, isn't hauling cargo, he's working in his garden.
One of the greatest joys in his life was his home, his own little patch of heaven, and particularly the strawberry patch out the back.
John wants to teach 31-year-old Donna Casagrande all he knows. The two aren't related, but John thinks of Donna as family.
He would call Donna his daughter to his neighbours and friends.
He saw her as someone that needed rescuing, someone that he could help.
The pair met in very different circumstances.
You like to party?
I believe not long after she left school, she got involved in prostitution and drugs.
Donna was a working girl in the back alleys of Sydney. Until one night, she ran into trouble.
Just one. You heard her. I'm serious.
John rescues Donna from a violent client.
I'm in the mood.
Neither am I. I think it's best you head on home. Why don't you come with me?
He was a very generous man. He liked to help people. It was in his nature to offer help and assistance to anyone that needed it, especially the downtrodden and the unlucky.
John is not just the hero of the moment. He offers Donna a new life in Adelaide, 850 miles away.
He saw something in her that was worthy of redemption. He thought if he took her away from prostitution, from the drug scene with which she was tied up, she would have a chance to detox, get her head on straight, and sort her life out.
In Adelaide, John and Donna become close enough for John to reveal his true self. Joanne.
If you were a true, deep bosom buddy with Joanne, you would see Joanne as he really was. Wig, dress, garters, the works.
And here he is living in the suburbs, dressing as a woman, living as a woman. That takes guts.
Hey, Donna. What do you reckon?
Not bad for a truckie. Wow. Wow, it's not really my style, but yeah, it's okay on you.
Donna didn't bat an eye when he came out wearing a wig, wearing a dress. It was complete acceptance, and that's what he wanted.
Donna's new life is a world away from the streets of Sydney, until she hooks up with a new friend, Nicole McGuinness.
He was so drunk, he didn't even realize he'd already paid me.
What a douche.
She'd had a very rough life. She had also suffered abuse at the hands of family members.
I need all the money I can get so I can get out of this dump.
When are you coming to live with us?
What, with the shoe man?
Well, Joanne's all right.
Yeah. She may wear dresses, but she's still a man.
She had suffered violence at the hands of partners, and she had made her way through the ranks of the prostitution underworld.
Oh. This is Nicole.
Donna suggested to Joanne that he open his home up to a friend of hers who could also benefit from rehabilitation.
You can move in, but I will not tolerate drugs in my home.
Kind-hearted Joanne agrees, but doesn't want Donna to slip back into drugs.
You let me hold your money, and I'll give it to you as you need it.
They were receiving welfare benefits, and so he would have them come into an account that he had the sole PIN number to. So if either woman wanted to access money, Joanne was controlling how much they were getting and why.
Here we go. And Donna. To us.
Yes.
He thought that if he was open and honest, people would be open and honest with him.
But Joanne is heading for disappointment. Thanks to Nicole, Donna is back on smack and desperate for a way to pay for it.
Joanne did not understand how desperate heroin junkies can be to get their next fix.
Hey. Hey. I'll get hundreds for this.
He had reported to friends that he believed they were stealing some of his possessions from his unit.
Donna! Donna, come in here!
Joanne became aware that the women were stealing from him.
Where's my ring and my camera?
I don't know.
You know where they are. You're unbelievable. After all I've done for you, you're stealing from me.
Buy some new stuff.
Unbelievable.
That should have been it. But his heart was too big.
In Adelaide, Australia, November 2001, two women betray the kind stranger who took them in. Donna Casagrande and Nicole McGuinness are stealing to buy drugs from the one person who wanted to help them, John Lillicrap.
I think he was hell-bent on trying to get them off drugs to improve their life, and he was just battling on with it.
John likes to be known as Joanne.
Anyone that got between these women and their next fix was going to be in trouble.
Joanne refuses to give up on her friends, but she wants her possessions back.
Joanne filed a police report saying that her camera had been stolen, hoping that perhaps it would turn up in a pawn shop and come back.
That sets off alarm bells for the two women.
I don't want to go to prison.
Donna and Nicole began to think that Joanne was going to turn them into the police.
Just keep cooking. We'll sort something out.
They were worried about being arrested. They were worried about being jailed. And they were prepared to do anything to stop that from happening.
Donna and Nicole want to get out fast, but there's one big problem. Joanne has their money.
Joanne thought he was doing the right thing by keeping the girls' money, but it wasn't the right thing. Not for a junkie.
Wow. Wasn't expecting this.
Only Joanne knows the account PIN.
They knew that they couldn't overpower Joanne. He was a very big man. So they came up with the idea they'd cook him tea that night and they'd put some sedatives into his meal. Joanne started to become drowsy because of the drugs he had consumed with his meal.
Here were two people that he had decided to share his life with, two people that he trusted, two people that he had opened his deepest secrets to. And for want of money, they turned on him viciously and violently.
Just give us the pin!
Armed with a knife, the women demand the PIN, and Joanne finally capitulates.
It's 8987. Get it right.
Donna heads to the bank. But there's a hitch.
Joanne gave the women the wrong PIN number. Maybe it was deliberate, but it also could be because he was physically traumatized at that point and didn't remember the number.
Liar! You gave us the wrong number. Why would you do that?
In either case, it didn't make things any better.
When the women couldn't obtain the cash, they went into a murderous rage. They stabbed him multiple times, once in the heart, 4 times in the abdomen. The stab wound to the heart was the mortal wound. This fatal stab wound caused his death from massive blood loss. They took all of their rage and fear and drug addiction out on Joanne.
Donna and Nicole were so far gone and out of control. I think even if the women had got their money, they still would have killed Joanne.
It gets worse. They have no money. But they do have a body.
They tried to place him in the back of his four-wheel drive vehicle, but because of the sheer size of him and the dead weight, they couldn't lift him off the ground.
The only way they were ever going to move this body was in pieces. So Joanne's body was beheaded and dismembered.
Come on! Wrap them in plastic!
His head was placed in a bucket. They took his arms off. They took both the legs off.
In the ultimate insult to this gentle man who had already sustained so much, they took his belly fat and spread it amongst his prized strawberries. An ultimate desecration for someone that had simply tried to help them, had simply wanted to make them better people.
The women scattered Joanne's body parts around the city, then split up.
Both went interstate, both went to different locations, intending to meet up again later.
Their gruesome plan works. Donna moves back to Sydney, and no one suspects a thing. But before long, she's back to her old ways, and her drug addiction administers its own strange justice.
She was ravenous with heroin withdrawal. It was consuming her every thought. She walked herself into the police station and offered to confess to a murder if somebody would give her some methadone.
Chopped him up into pieces.
Donna spills everything
It's him in the bucket.
and turns on Nicole.
Heroin withdrawal can make somebody crazy. It can make somebody kill. It can even make somebody confess.
In July 2003, Nicole McGinnis, who wielded the knife, is found guilty of murder and sentenced to life. She is eligible for parole in 2019.
I really think they're both as good as each other, but Nicole received the murder conviction simply because she took the life.
Donna Casagrande does a plea deal and receives a lesser sentence. Convicted of manslaughter, she serves 10 years.
I feel that she was fortunate to have her manslaughter plea accepted. It was her actions that led to this crime.
Joanne only wanted to help. Donna and Nicole repaid the kindness with murder.
I'd never thought that women could do this. To sit in the backyard of someone's house and dismember them, I never imagined that a female would do.
Donna and Nicole were very damaged people by the time they met. Together, they were even worse.
These deadly women had a warped sense of justice. Nadia Palacios wreaked revenge on the wrong man. Juana Barraza punished other women for the sins of her mother. Donna Casagrande and Nicole McGinnis murdered the one person who wanted to help them. Innocent lives were lost because of these women's desire for payback.